Hello guys, I am ready for another day of fun in our video and I hope that you are too. So let's begin. Looking at number 1 on our schedule, we have the calendar. So looking at the calendar, we can see that the last day that was crossed off was this day, the 16th. So that means it was yesterday. So yesterday was Thursday. And if yesterday was Thursday, then today is Friday. So saying today's date in a complete sentence, we would say today is Friday, April 17th, 2020. Now, if today is Friday, then tomorrow is going to be Saturday. There are 7 days in the week, okay? Now, we've been singing a song about the days of the week for a long time now. So let's start seeing if we can remember the days of the week without singing our song. So let's just say them and count them on our fingers. Now, how many days are there in a week? Well, there are 7. So when we count them, we need to count 7 on our fingers. Let's begin. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Nice job, guys. So on this Friday, we have a new word today. For our daily Write It, your word today is help. Think about that word. Listen to me say it again. Help. All right, let's tap it. Help. There's 4 sounds. I touched 4 fingers down, which means that there's 4 sounds in that word. Let's try it one more time. Help. See if you can think of the sounds that are in that word and think about what letters you would use to write that word. All right, now you're going to take that word and we're going to put it in a sentence because we know that words together make sentences. So, in our picture today, we have a little girl and she is helping. The little girl is helping her family by feeding the dog. That is why your word today was help. Your sentence is, I can be nice and help you. Let me say it one more time. I can be nice and help you. All right, let's count the words that are in that song or in that sentence. I can be nice and help you. There are 7 words in that sentence. So when you write your sentence down, make sure you have 7 words and remember to do everything that good writers do. So at the very beginning of your sentence, you should have a capital letter. And what goes at the end? Punctuation. Think about what kind of punctuation would go at the end of the sentence. I can be nice and help you. All right, go ahead and pause the video and write that sentence now. All right, let's check it. Here's my sentence. I can be nice and help you. I have 7 words here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all of my words are separated by spaces. That is so you know where my word starts and where it ends. Like this word, can. I know it starts here and it ends here because I have spaces on either side of the word. Now we have some trick words in this sentence, which is why we chose this sentence for today. I is a trick word. Can, be, and you. Those are all trick words, words that we are learning how to write on our own without even sounding them out. Okay? Now, when I say the sentence, I can be nice and help you, it's a telling sentence. I'm telling you I can be nice and help you. So I have a period at the end. I did not say it excitedly, so it does not have an exclamation point. And I am not asking a question, so it does not get a question mark. Now, check your sentence and make sure it matches mine. If it does, great job. Give yourself a pat on the back. You got your sentence correct. And if not, that's okay. Go ahead and pause your video and fix your sentence now. Okay, so now your sentence should be correct. And hopefully, as you were writing your sentence, your family used the letter formation papers to make sure that you were forming all of your letters correctly and using the lines appropriately as well. We're going to continue practice correct letter formation as we do our writing today. So for number 3, letter and number review. Today we're actually doing 2 letters because we're going to finish out the alphabet, and then we're going to do 1 number. So today, the first letter we're going to make is Y. I'm going to use a pincer grip on my marker. And a Y for uppercase starts at the skyline. I start at the skyline, slide to the plane line, slide up to the skyline, frog jump to the plane line, straight line to the grass line. Lowercase y is different. I start at the plane line, slide to the grass line, frog jump up and over, slide back to the worm line. Now, when you make your lowercase y, you need to make sure that your lines touch on the grass line. All right, after we make our y, then what letter comes after y? Z. Using my correct pincer grip, I'm going to start at the skyline, fly forward, slide down and back to the grass line, fly forward. Lowercase z is the same thing, except it starts at the plane line. So I'll start at the plane line, fly across, slide back to the grass line, fly across. Z, zebra, zzz. Okay, go ahead, pause the video, do your uppercase y, lowercase y, uppercase c, lowercase c. Do a few of those, and then we'll come back and do our number. So go ahead and pause the video and do your y and z's now. All right, you should have the Y and Z on your paper, and hopefully you're using your special lined paper. So now I am ready to do my number because now I erased and I have some room. Our number today is the number 17. A 1 and a 7 sends 17 to heaven. So I make my number 1, a straight line 1. It is fun. And then I'll make my 7. Fly forward, slide down and back to the grass line. A 1 and a 7 sends 17 to heaven. Go ahead, pause the video, and make a few 17s now. When you are finished with your number 17 and your letters, we're going to go ahead and talk about our lesson plan packet. So now we're down to number 4. We are working in week 4 this week, and today is Friday. That's upside down, which means that we are on our day 5, Friday column. And the first thing I see is reading, so we need to pull out our reading instruction sheet. And for Friday, we're looking at finding your way around. So week 4, day 5, this is our reading activity. and this is finding your way around. So the big question is, how are maps helpful? And what kinds of information might you find on a map? So first, parents are going to share the big question with their child, and then they're going to point to the words as they read the article to their child. Once they're finished reading, then you answer the questions throughout the text. Talk about the different continents, okay? So you'll read page 6, talk about the questions, talk about the continent, read page 7, talk about the questions, and then talk about the earth, okay? Now when you're done reading the whole thing, go back and talk about the big question again. Remember the big questions all the way at the top of our reading sheet. It says, how are maps helpful and what kinds of information might you find on a map? Those are your reading activities for the day. Once we're done with our reading activities, we'll move on and we will do our math activities. So we've done day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4, which means the next page has day 5. Trace and write the missing numbers. When you are done with that, we'll do our number fluency page. So once again, for the last day this week, you're setting the timer for 1 minute, parents, and then the kiddos will read as far as they can in that 1 minute, seeing how many numbers they can read correctly. We're practicing that fluency, so being able to recognize a number without even thinking about it, okay? So if your child misses some, remember to go back and check the ones that they missed with them. And since both of our math activities were really quick today, if you have extra time, you can do any one of these math resources in this math resource packet. So definitely keep that. Even though we are done with the week 4 activities today. Keep that for a resource, especially if your child is struggling in some math areas, but it is a great resource to have if you have any free time and want to work on some academic things. Okay, once we're done with math, we're going to move on, and now we're on our reading log. So it's the same thing every day. Children are reading to their parents for 10 minutes, or parents are reading to their children for 10 minutes. And then you're marking it on the reading log. Okay. When you are all done with that, moving down to phonics. Remember, we're skipping the letter writing practice because when you do the video, we already do letter writing practice for our daily Write It and for our letter and number review. So all you're doing for phonics today are these 2 pages. So the first page, it says color by code, and we're going to practice some trick words today. You're practicing, what's this word? The and a. So if you see the word the, you're going to color it, what's that word? Red. And if you see the word a, you're going to color it blue. Okay, so when you're done, I'm super excited that you guys get to practice reading sentences at the bottom. And then you're going to circle the trick words that you see in the sentence. When you are done with that, there's an apple tree, and you're going to read the words that are on the apple. Some of them are real words, and some of them are nonsense words. Remember, nonsense words are silly words. So the directions say, read the words, color the apples with real words red, and color the apples with nonsense words brown. So the nonsense words are like brown, rotten apples. Okay, so guys, you can go ahead and pause the video and you can complete all of the pages in your lesson plan packet now. I'll bet you guys did great. Let's go ahead and keep moving on. So we are on number 5, our read aloud. We are going to continue talking about what makes our world fascinating. Remember, fascinating is a fancy word for interesting. So remember, this is our world, our planet. And what planet do we live on? We live on Earth. So this is the planet Earth. What is the blue on Earth? Ocean. And then the green and the brown, those are what? Those are land masses, and we call those continents. How many continents are there on Earth? 7. I wonder if you knew that. That was in our video that we've been watching. What are the white swirly things? Clouds. Those are clouds. Very good. It's part of our atmosphere of Earth. All right. So now that we've looked at our planet, let's look at a map of the Earth and let's look at our continents. So here is the map. There's 7 continents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now remember, this is a map. In real life, our Earth is not flat, right? We've talked about how Earth is shaped like a sphere. It's shaped like a ball, okay? But what they do to make a map is they draw everything out and they make it look like it's flat so that you can see everything. I don't know if you guys can notice, but look at Asia over here. Do you see how the peach or the orange of Asia stops at the edge? But then you can see it over on this side? That's because, remember, in real life, it's connected. It's a sphere, right? Our Earth is not flat, okay? So we've talked about Europe, we've talked about Asia, and we've talked about Africa. Today we're going to talk about a new continent. Our continent we're going to talk about today is Antarctica. Do you guys know where Antarctica is? This white area is Antarctica. Now, look at where Antarctica is located. Yesterday during math, we were talking about the words above and below. When you look at Antarctica, is it above or below Africa? Well, Antarctica is below Africa. And today, that is the continent that we are going to study. As we listen to our story today, I want you guys to listen for things that you notice and things that you wonder, and think about what you find interesting or fascinating about Antarctica. Here we go. So, this is Antarctica by Rebecca Hirsch. And remember, there's no illustrator because these are all real pictures taken from a camera. Antarctica by Rebecca Hirsch. And here's the table of contents that tell us what is in our book. Welcome to Antarctica. Antarctica is an icy continent. It has no countries. And the caption here says, an emperor penguin in Antarctica. Oh, I'm already seeing some things I notice about Antarctica. The largest pieces of land on Earth are continents. There are 7. Antarctica is the yellow continent. Is it really yellow? No. People of Antarctica. Few people live in Antarctica. Most are scientists who come to study the continent. The caption says, Planes bring food and supplies to Antarctica. Visitors also come to watch seals and other amazing animals. Crab-eater seals rest on the ice. Adventurers ski in Antarctica. Some ski to the South Pole. It is one of the coldest places on Earth. Felicity Aston skied across Antarctica in 59 days. Amazing animals. Antarctica is famous for its penguins. Rockhoppers live by the rocky shore. Rockhopper penguins can hop from rock to rock. Killer whales swim in the icy water. They hunt for fish to eat. A killer whale can swim very fast. Ice, wind, and snow. Antarctica has fierce winds that blow the snow. People must wear bright coats to see each other. 2 scientists work in the Transantarctic Mountains. Antarctica has tall mountains. Most are covered by ice and snow. Mountains of the Antarctic Peninsula. Antarctica has thick sheets of ice. Giant ice chunks can break off into the ocean. These chunks are called icebergs. An iceberg in the Weddell Sea. Learning from Antarctica. Scientists come to Antarctica from many countries. They study the ice to learn about climate changes. Remember, the climate is how warm or cold the Earth is. Scientists measure floating sea ice. So cool. Scientists study the animals and weather too. There is so much to learn from Antarctica. Countries will always work together to protect this icy continent. Scientists study a group of emperor penguins. Modern marvels. Scientists in Antarctica work at Princess Elizabeth Station. The stainless steel walls have many layers to keep heat in and to keep cold winds out. Windmills on tall poles catch the wind to make electricity for the station. Meet a wandering albatross. Wandering albatrosses lay their eggs on islands around Antarctica. The male and female work together to raise their young. They have the longest wingspan of any bird. They fly far looking for squid and fish to eat. All right, so let's talk about some words you know. These are icebergs, the big chunks of ice. What's this animal? A killer whale, a penguin, and a plane. And as I was reading this book, it made me think of a movie that I've watched that's about a penguin who likes to dance. Can you think about what movie I am referring to? Happy Feet. Have you guys seen Happy Feet? It's a pretty good movie. I think you guys would like it if you've watched it. So, Antarctica is the continent that we read about today. Did you learn something that surprised you about Antarctica? If you did, tell a family member. I always love reading this book because in Ohio, in our state where we live, I love winter. I love snow and I love ice. Now, Ohio is really nothing like Antarctica, but it makes me think about winter in Ohio because we have snow and it's cold. But in Antarctica, it's special because it's always extremely cold, so much colder than Ohio in the winter. And there's always snow, which is why there are only certain kinds of animals that live there. Animals that have adapted or have special aspects for their body that allow them to survive in such cold temperatures. I want you guys to tell a family member something that you noticed from the text and then think of a wonder that you have about the text. Go ahead and talk to your family member about a notice and a wonder. When you're done, what is the main idea of this book? Well, the main idea of this book is that Antarctica is interesting, right? This book is about Antarctica, and so all of the key details in this book explain to us what Antarctica is like. It's icy, it's cold, there's icebergs, penguins live there, and killer whales swim nearby. Those are all key details that are special for Antarctica. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this book today. I really know that I did. And now that we're done with our read aloud, we're going to move on to number 6, math. We are going to continue talking about our 3D fat shapes. So let's review them. This shape is a cone. A cone is like a party hat. This one is a cube. A cube is like the dice you drop. This one is a sphere. A sphere is like a bouncing ball. And then this one is a cylinder. A cylinder is like a can of pop. Now, today we're going to continue talking about positional words. Now, positional words are words that tell us where something is. Like yesterday, we talked about above and below. Well, right now, where is this marker? It's below my chin. Well, where is the marker now? It's above my head, right? But today we're going to talk about beside and next to. Where is my marker now? Well, it is next to or beside my face, right? So let's look at this picture of a kiddo who is maybe he's making a necklace, or maybe he's just stringing beads. We don't really know, but our directions tell us to mark an X on the bead that is shaped like a cube, that's beside the bead shaped like a cone. So we need to find a cube next to a cone. Well, we know a cube is like the dice you drop. So we're looking for a cube next to a cone. Well, is this cube next to a cone? No. This is not a cube, not a cube, not a cube, not a cube, not a cube. Here's a cube. Is it next to or beside a cone? No. Let's find another cube. Not a cube, not a cube, not a cube, not a cube, not a cube. Oh, here's a cube. Is it next to a cone? Yes! So we put an X on it. Nice job. We found a cube next to or beside a cone. Now it says, draw a circle around the bead shaped like a cone that is next to the bead shaped like a cylinder. So we're going to find a cone next to a cylinder. So let's look for a cone. Here's a cone. Is it next to a cylinder? Yes, this is a cylinder. So we're going to circle the cone next to the cylinder. Nice job. Okay, one more page left. Well, here's a man who is loading a truck with packages. It says mark an X on the object shaped like a cylinder that is next to the object shaped like a sphere or a sphere. So we want the cylinder next to a sphere. So let's find a cylinder. A cylinder is like a can of pop. Not a cylinder, not a cylinder. Ooh, here's a cylinder. Is it next to a sphere? No, not a cylinder. Ooh, this one's shaped like a cylinder. So is it next to an object shaped like a sphere? Remember, a sphere is like a bouncy ball. And it is. So we're going to put an X on the cylinder next to the sphere. Okay, our next set of directions say, circle the object shaped like a cone that is beside an object shaped like a cube. So circle the cone beside the cube. Can you guys point to the cone beside the cube? Where is a cone beside a cube? Here it is. It's a cone. It's beside or next to a cube. So we're going to circle it. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. I'll bet you guys are getting better with your 3D fat shapes. Now, we have 2 more things left for today, and then we are all done. We are on number 7, our flashcard practice, and today we're doing our trick words. Today we're only going to say the name of the word. Here we go. What is this? I, the, you, be, he, we, my, a, me, and, his, to, are, is. Nice job. I'm going to mix them all up and we're going to do them one more time, saying the name of the word. Here we go. And, his, to, we, is, you, be, he, my, a, me, are. Nice job, guys. All right, we're all finished for the day. Our thematic video that I'm going to post is our continents video, since we learned about a new continent today, Antarctica. So as we're watching our video, make sure you're listening for a fact about Antarctica. I hope you guys enjoyed our video today. Remember that today is Friday, which means tomorrow is going to be Saturday. It's a weekend day, so we won't have a video tomorrow or on Sunday, but I will see you guys on Monday. Remember that I love you and I miss you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.